everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. With that, let's get up to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. For the call, we bring in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
In the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by a man who's becoming an elder statesman among quarterbacks in the league, drafted back in 2004. It's Ben Roethlisberger.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Here's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to go for a big play down. And got his man complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 41 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target, and it's 2nd down. And a peek now at the offense for Pittsburgh.
And the play of this offensive line is going to be so important in this game because we saw the sack a minute or so ago. They've got to be able to give their guy time to throw. That means communication and being physical is vital. Otherwise, this could be a long game.
On the carry, it's Samuels. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll run again with Samuels on 1st down. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
Roethlisberger's pass complete to number 19, Juju Smith-Schuster. Touchdown.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Oswald good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the Red Rifle. From TCU, it's Andy Dalton.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. And a look now at the Cincinnati offense.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Dalton looking for Green, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Sean Williams that time in on the stop. A look there at the defensive starters for Cincinnati. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And the big difference in the game? Their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away. Give it back to their offense. The big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it?
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win home.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, you mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start the drive with Samuels. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A quick pass out to Juju. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Samuels. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's going to air one out, and that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 13-yard line.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On 2nd down, Samuels. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again, Andy Dalton marches back onto the field. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting...
And he's going to go down again. Devin Bush. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now Dalton under pressure again, and down he goes again. Javon Hargrave picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
All right, let's shift our attention here to Vance McDonald. And we peek at some of his work from this game where he's nearing 100 yards.
And haven't we gotten pretty close in this game nowadays in the NFL to almost taking labels off of the tight end position? These guys now can be the #1 option in an offense, and that never used to be the case. So now how do you even match up with them? Cornerback, safety, linebacker, all 3 will have deficiencies against the best tight ends in the game.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and short. And the Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Well, that'll get them the 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Roethlisberger now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get just 2 out of it there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Roethlisberger will throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the 1st half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Boswell's kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At the 36-yard line.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Roethlisberger now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. 3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting ready to go again. Here's Andy Dalton marching back onto the field. He's struggled. His team has struggled. You talk to me a lot about looking to your leaders. Maybe it's time for him to put his mark on this game.
Agreed. And how that has to happen is somehow he's got to flush out everything that's happened so far and almost start over and get back to that confident level and know that he can play the game, because so far this has been a real struggle.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got the interceptions, trying to turn it around. Here's Dalton. Finding Green complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And Dalton to throw. Open man, Tanner Gabriel. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Passing. It's Dalton. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get 1, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
This one fielded at the 5. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit, but first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, where it was the visiting Ravens who were able to come in and take this one on the road. Lamar Jackson leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's get over to Arizona to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. Randall Cobb, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. DeAndre Hopkins, a touchdown reception. In the game you've been watching, it was Ben Roethlisberger who led the way offensively in the first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front as we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Getting set to go again, Andy Dalton marches back onto the field. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Dalton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run here with Connor. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. This one taken from the 7th. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here we go with a player spotlight, and we shine that spotlight on Andy Dalton. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust? And my goodness, another interception. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, left side. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Mixon with a first down carry. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Dalton now to pass. And that's complete. It's Green here. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. They'll run on first down. Mixon, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Watch tight end, watch tight end.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defense up front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they